Hello and welcome. We have a Platinum Tracer on Ilios. I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. All right. We got a Winston, and I saw a Roadhog and I think a Lucio. They also have a Lucio, I think. Yep. Oh no. Oh, okay. That recall wasn't necessary. There's a health pack behind you, a health pack in front of you. You can just wait out the Ana grenade and then go for them. You weren't in any clear present danger, so a bit of a misplay here. Recall is one of those cooldowns you cannot waste because it is so important. Okay. Oh, you could hear him too, but just at the last moment. So there was a small window of opportunity where you could hear his footsteps, and you absolutely needed to respect that and blink forward or backwards. Flashbang radius is actually quite small. So yeah, you just needed to be able to react to that. Yeah, cool. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, switching to the soldier. Just
wait a
kidding.
bit for everyone to get together.
Instead of go for the group.
So go for high ground. Please go for high ground. No, please go for high ground. No. Where that far is, that's where you want to be.
Alright. Well, Lucio's dead.
Fall back, fall back. No team.
Well, of course.
I think I heard. Did I hear footsteps? Yeah, I can. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if I saw him, but there's definitely a Winston to your top left, I believe. And your far is dead. Oh yeah, there he is. Okay. I don't mind that. Yes, this is where I want you. This is where I want you. And then go. Yeah, you gotta go felt back. Yep, that's good. Yep.
Farah behind the point. On point.
Could do some help with the Diva, please?
Actually, okay. Well, I don't mind that. Okay, yeah. Attack visor. Okay, that was probably that moment, right? Well, actually, hold on, because they dropped the beat. Let me see that again. Also, don't be afraid to burst down bubbles. I feel like a lot of times at lower levels, I notice people, when they see a bubble, they just kind of think, oh, okay, well, I guess don't shoot it. But you definitely could have shot that. That being said, oh, we didn't see. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like right now, you could probably attack visor. But you actually just reloaded your clip. I think it's okay to use your tack visor like a second or two after the sound barrier. That's typically fine, because it does go away so quickly.
I can rest if you try point.
Oh, my friend, you're not doing a whole lot. Okay, well, it's okay. We'll talk about this.
Watch the noon. Watch the noon. That's
Oh,
the rest.
that lag.
Oh shit. Alright.
I'm asleep.
Okay, yeah. Sprint. You need to sprint, my friend. You need to sprint. Sprint into battle.
Diva point.
Okay. No, this is good. So the good news is I think you have lots to work on. So that's great because there is definitely a lot of things you can do mechanically, decision making wise, positioning, etc., etc. So to be honest, I don't even think I need to watch much more of your footage. Let's talk. Okay. Let's talk positioning first because that one's actually pretty simple. On this particular map, this high ground that's to your left is excellent for Soldier, bar none. It's a really good spot. On most maps, Soldier just excels in the high ground more so than most characters. It's just his bread and butter. Please go for those spots. Don't be afraid to start there. And then as the fight starts to progress, that's when you can decide to jump down, fall back. Don't be afraid to retreat if like you get dove really hard. Yeah, of course, that's what Soldier does. He retreats, tactical retreat with his sprint, which you did do once, just not from the high ground. Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah, so go for high ground. Just go for it. It's always a good thing. Well, yeah, the vast majority of the time. What else? Positioning wise, also when like in this situation where you were kind of like you kind of got stuck here for a really long time, it's okay to push forward and to be able to do damage, because there was like a good amount of seconds where you were literally doing nothing. You weren't even attacking this bubble here, right? Like you weren't even attacking these little pockets, which you could have at least done that to help your team burn these down faster. And I think you did that last time too. You totally ignored the bubble. So yeah, so don't be afraid to move more, I guess. Like you definitely got stuck here and that was bad. Cool. So now let's talk about decision making. So segue to Winston bubbles. Don't be afraid to shoot Winston bubbles. Don't be afraid to throw a Helix rocket at it, especially the moment you see it. If it's been on the ground for a few seconds and no one's even touched it, okay, sure, yeah, maybe you ignore that bubble because it's gonna go away anyways. Decision making also. Tac visor. I think you had a moment once that Lucio used sound barrier. Sound barrier goes away so quickly. It's okay, to let it play out for a second or two. Then don't be afraid to pop that tac visor. There was a lot of squishies in that room. There was D.Va, small D.Va, the baby D.Va, and Lucio, and then who knows who else. Cool. Let's talk about your sprinting. And actually, wait, was there anything more about decision making that I wanted to bring up? No, I think it was okay. Okay, mechanics. Sprinting. You definitely... Actually, just overall... Actually, when it comes to mechanics, I would say just play the game a little bit more. It felt like you were a bit like... If we're going to talk about tracking, things like that, it was definitely not so great. I would put you actually at a platinum level, maybe even gold. Because I've seen some gold players with some pretty good tracking. Just they're not very smart about their gameplay, so to speak. So definitely work on your tracking. But also just kind of like your movements. There were moments like actually when you actually did tac visor... Right here, you just walked here, right? Like you actually didn't sprint at all. You just held down your left click. Actually, were you trying to burn the Winston bubble? Is that what you were doing? Yeah, I guess you were. But in this particular case, you're much better off sprinting inside the bubble and going for kills, especially since you can see there's no cracks on it. So your team, God, this is a really bad problem at the low level where people tend to ignore bubbles. Please do not do that. Winston bubbles, you want to try to burn them down. Okay, cool. And actually, now that I watch this again, shooting this Winston bubble here doesn't actually bother me that much. Actually, it doesn't bother me. So that's a small pass. But even still, you did have a moment where you could have sprinted. Yeah, like, yeah, whatever. That's enough about that. Cool. What else? Tac visor, left clicks, tracking. Helix rocket usage. Your Helix rocket usage seemed pretty decent. But like we saw with your tracer, you burned that recall in a moment where you shouldn't have. So another thing about decision making. You could have just waited that extra, like, 2 seconds maybe. And like after you recalled, because you could have just waited like another 2 seconds and then just go get a health pack. Cool. So I think... Work on all these things. You have so much room to grow, so I'm really happy about that. There's definitely a lot of things that you need to do if you expect to get to diamond, and you will get there. And you had some good shining moments. Sorry, there's a mosquito in here. Cool. So I hope this was helpful. If you liked the video, please like it and please subscribe. Thank you.